Ooh-wee, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Built. Hope everybody's doing all right today. Hope everybody's blessed. Hope everybody's staying hydrated too. Ooh, Lord, it is hot outside, bro. That's why I got the bucket hat on with my stunners. W's in the chat if you know what stunners are, bro. Got my stunner shades on. Got my stunner shades on. Stunners. Man, let me stop, man. Man, got a good episode for y'all today, man. I just got back from working out, and I really enjoy doing that, just simply because it helps me get my mind circulated, get my mind going. And I wanted to discuss to you guys about mentality, bro. Man, bro, the mentality it's changed, bro. The mentality has changed. It's very interesting what we tell ourselves. It's very interesting how we perceive things, how we approach stuff, how we enter into the next chapter of our lives. Whether that's with sports, a new career, a new idea. Like, the mentality is just messed up, man. So where are you getting at? Where are you getting at with this, Jay? Where am I getting at with this, man? Let me break it down for you, man. There's a certain way that you got to think. You got to be able to love what you do. And the mentality that you have to have, the mindset that you have to have is that it does not matter what obstacle gets in my way, I'm going to overcome it and I'm going to succeed. I tell my players this all the time. My basketball team, when I was coaching my middle school basketball team, I used to adopt the mindset of 1% better every day. That is my mindset. That is my motto. That is my life motto. Because every single day I'm getting better by 1%. I'm getting small wins every day. What if that's a physical win, a spiritual win, and a mental win? I'm applying little bitty things to my life, and I'm finding more and more about myself because that is the mindset that I have adapted. I don't just talk about it, I'm about it. Are there days where I struggle? Yes. There's days where I don't feel like getting up and doing anything, man, but I still get up because I have a purpose. And that's the type of mentality that you gotta have, man. Y'all be thinking people gonna save you. Nobody gonna save you, man. Nobody's gonna save you. I'm pretty sure you hear that a lot. You have to understand that nobody is coming to save you. You gotta be the one to step up, put your big boy pants on, and lead by example. You gotta be a man, bro. And no, what I mean by being a man, I ain't talking about being the alpha male and all this other stuff, bro. No, what I'm saying is you got to be able to adapt the mindset of, okay, if this doesn't work out, how am I going to be able to solve this problem? Being a man is about being a problem solver. And trust me, there's plenty of problems that we have throughout the day that we have to solve using your critical thinking and problem solving. That's what it means to be a man, bro. You learn about critical thinking and problem solving when you're in school. When you're learning how to solve the problems, when the teacher puts the problem on the board with the math problem, you got to figure out how you can solve the equation. So I'm telling my middle school basketball team this, man. I'm getting them boys to understand what it means to adapt the 1% mindset. And I'm very grateful that I got a chance to be able to coach them boys because they all bought into the perspective. There was one point in the season where they really showed that they were able to succeed. I remember it was a tournament that we had. We walked into the tournament. One of the teams that we went against was a team that, I'm not gonna lie, man, like in football season, they were the number 1 seed. And then in basketball, they were like, they were a pretty solid team. Like they walked in, they looked like an AAU team. And I'm just like, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. And for a split second, I was like, dang. I don't know how we're going to compete. I was in the mindset of, man, how are we going to compete? But quickly I snapped out of it. And they also saw the team too. And they were just like, man, coach, like, what are we going to do? How are we going to compete against them? And so being the problem solver that I was, I rallied them boys together. And I sat there and I told them, I said, look, yeah, they may be taller than us, may look more athletic than us. That does not mean that we are going to fold. We're not going to allow them to beat us mentally. We're going to work. We're going to outwork them. We're going to stay disciplined. And we're going to do the best that we can do to fight. Y'all, we went into that game and unfortunately we lost, but them boys played hard. Halftime, I believe it was like a 5-point game. 5-point game, which need I remind you, this middle school that I coached at, you know, there wasn't much success in other sports. Soccer was like the main sport for this school. So when I coached basketball, I approached it in a soccer type of mindset by comparing the two sports to each other, and having them understand that basketball and soccer in a way have some similarities. The only difference is instead of dribbling the ball with your feet, you're dribbling the ball with your hands. It's 5-on-5. It ain't 11-on-11. So there were certain concepts and things that I was comparing it to soccer, to basketball, which helped them understood how to compete. I changed my approach and my mentality on how to get them to compete and play basketball. And the coach was grilling them because he could not believe that a team full of soccer players were competing with basketball players. But again, it's the mentality and it's the approach that I brought to them to have these boys understand that it does not matter who you go against. You can compete with anybody. The mentality. Mentally, we psych ourselves out before the challenge even begins. This is why I always tell you guys, renewal of your mind. Do not succumb to the things of this world. Do not allow yourself to fall for the distractions and things that are going on in this world, because there's so many things that this world tries to tell you what you are. And mentally, you're allowing that to happen. That is why a lot of men now are struggling, and why we are not doing our best to problem solve and to take care of business. I will sit here and say that there's times and moments where I do struggle mentally, but I am learning tips and tools and using resources to help me overcome things mentally. So that way I'm able to believe in myself. If I fail at it, okay, cool, that's fine. What can I learn from it? Let me figure out another solution to this problem that I'm trying to solve. Because my mentality that I have is I am trying to get better by 1%. And I'm going to improve and continue to get better each and every single day. So that way, when I approach certain situations, I know how to handle it because of my mentality. Bro, everybody be talking about Mamba mentality, but don't nobody be about the mentality. Fellas, you say that you want to get money and do all this type of other stuff and want to be great, but you don't apply the mentality. You got to be the one to apply it. You got to adopt the mentality. If you don't want to adapt the mentality, you're going to be stuck right where you are right now, bro. God understands that there are a lot of things that you are struggling with. He sees that. He knows that you be struggling, bro. Does not mean that he does not have a purpose for you. Does not mean that he is using you to make this world a better place. There's a version of you that he sees that he is trying to get you to understand and see. So there's some work that you got to put in order for you to get to where it is that you're trying to get to. So you have to adapt the mentality. You have to tell yourself that, okay, man, like this is what I got to do. I got to be able to pick up my cross and carry it every single day and take care of business. I stepped into this This is what I want to do. I love doing this. I love sharing these things with you guys. I love creating content. I love being a teacher. That's what I love doing. I love coaching. I enjoy coaching. I enjoy coaching the youth and bringing young men together and teaching them how to work as a team and teaching them how to be leaders, so that way they can take the principles and foundations that I am instilling onto them so they can use that in everyday life. Because at the end of the day, man, you know, the reason why this channel was called Kingdom Built, bro, is because together, this community, we are building a kingdom of purpose, a kingdom of faith, a kingdom of discipline, consistency, bringing glory and honor to the Lord Almighty. Because at the end of the day, none of this would be possible without him. I wouldn't have this mentality if I wasn't going through what I was going through, and what I still am going through, and what you are still going through. The devil will do anything in his power to try to stop you, because he understands that you are destined for so much in your life. You have a purpose, so you have to adapt that mentality. We can read all the books in the world, bro. We can look at all the motivational speakers. We can listen to all the podcasts. We can do all that, bro. But if you don't apply the mindset, none of it's gonna work. I was talking to my boy yesterday, man, and you know, I was telling him, man, I said, man, dude, like the mindset for this generation, it's changed. And don't nobody want to get better. And I told him, I said, man, you know, when I started this YouTube channel, you know, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just posting clips and making videos and trying to share the gospel and do the best I can to try to help others. In a way, trying to find my sense of direction and find my purpose. And I told him, I said, man, I'm very grateful that there's certain people that I follow, like Malik Lewis from Purpose Driven Men. Malik consistently, since he started his YouTube page, has posted every single day. And he's got like 3-4 channels, because he's adapted the mindset of what it means to get better every single day. And he wants to help others. And he's eliminated expectations of whether, you know, people watch his videos or not. That's not going to stop him. He's still going to keep posting every single day, because he knows that what he's doing is making a difference in the world, regardless if one person watched it or 1 million people watched it. I have that same mindset. Regardless of who watches these videos, I'm still going to keep posting. I'm very grateful that the people watch the shorts. I'm very grateful that the people watch the long form content. But that's not going to stop me from posting, because I believe in myself. And the only reason why I believe in myself, because he believes in me, because he knows what I'm capable of and what I'm destined to be, because he's using me, because I understand my purpose. That is why it's important for you guys to adapt the mindset, bro. You got to adapt the mentality of wanting to be great. Adapt the mentality of getting better by 1% every single day. Stop letting these people get in your head and tell you that you can't do it. Stop letting these people dictate your life. Stop letting these people tell you this is what you are, this is what you're supposed to be, and this is how you're supposed to. No, bro. Whatever it is that you put your mind to, you can do it. You can be a great doctor. You can be a great coach. You can be a great athlete. You can be a great dog breeder. It does not matter, bro. You have a dream. You have a goal. You go achieve that thing. And you go be delusional about it. And you make the necessary sacrifices to be able to take care of business and do what you got to do to get to your goals. Bro, I got a full-time job. I'm on here making content. I'm in school full-time. I'm coaching, and I'm doing just fine. No, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not struggling. I'm struggling, paycheck to paycheck, trying to figure out, make sure that my finances are in order. But I have not given up faith. because I understand that I'm going to get through this. And as long as I continue to keep grinding and getting better every single day, and understanding that I am not alone, understanding that God is with me every step of the way, even in moments where I'm in tears, bro. I'm in tears, crying, getting depressed sometimes. Still healing from a relationship of 9, almost 10 years. I'm still going. The journey ain't supposed to be perfect, bro. Sometimes it's gonna get ugly, but you gotta put yourself in a mindset that you can do it. You gotta eliminate the distractions. Heck, if you gotta go ghost, bro, go ghost, bro. When you start talking about God, bro, and you know, you trying to be successful and push yourself to be the best version of yourself, bro, there's gonna be a lot of people that ain't gonna support you, bro. And you can't let that falter in your head, bro. You gotta ignore that. That's what I'm saying. You gotta eliminate all expectations. The only expectation that you need to have is you showing up every single day. That's the only expectation that you need to have, bro. There's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna have expectations of you. They're gonna try to limit you to certain things and say certain stuff and think that you're not gonna do it. They're not gonna believe in you. Bro, you gotta believe in yourself, because you're the one that's going to pick yourself up and get through it every single day. And you're not alone, because God is with you. He's with you every step of the way. And then when you finally are in line with your purpose and what it is that you're doing, bro, the universe does this amazing thing where it's like, finally, bro, he gets it. Let's bring him out to the world and show him what he's meant to do. I'm telling you, bro, I can go all day. I can go all day. I can talk all day about this, but I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'll make a part 2, and we can talk about the different steps and tools that you need in order to make sure that you stay in this type of mindset and adapt this type of mentality, bro. This 1% better mentality. Stop saying I cannot and start saying I can. I can do this. I can do this. God bless y'all, man. God bless y'all. Thank you, Kingdom Build family, man. Thank y'all so much, bro, for always just sticking with me, man. Sticking with me. For the people that watch this video, thank you for sticking with me, man. For the people that are, you know, sharing it and following the page and watching the shorts, you know, thank you for sticking with me, man. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I really do. Y'all keep grinding. Y'all stay working. And remember, 1% better each and every day. Deuces.